What's up, buddy?
Not much. Just had a little bit of breakfast. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm actually just getting off of work, so two different spectrums.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, so it it's been a little bit since we've done a podcast episode, a couple weeks. The last time we did a podcast, we had Doug and Leo's Financial Corner,
Oh
and
yeah. We did have that
uh,
corner.
and this week uh is more or less going to be like the Thanksgiving hangover because I didn't really think about it last week, but I had planned on doing an episode. But then I realized that on Thursday I wasn't gonna have a night ride home because we're doing Thanksgiving stuff, and then
Yeah.
I don't even remember why we didn't do one the week before that. But uh yeah, so this is just gonna kind of be like a little chill out episode. Uh we're gonna talk about like some gaming stuff. I played this horror demo. Uh,
By
but
the way, was
before
I
we,
right on the theming?
what'd you say?
Was I right on the theming for that horror game before you gave any spoilers or whatever?
Okay, so the theme was loss, right?
Uh, the one you know how I told you it was like a Spanish game, Spanish.
Oh, are you talking about like is it that's but like the specific theory that we had?
Yeah, was I right or no?
It was not a La Llorona game, if that's what you're asking.
What?
Okay, maybe I'm confused. What was your prediction for what it was?
Oh, I told you it was Spanish inspired because of the name.
Okay, so here's the thing. From what I played, I didn't really see any kind of Hispanic heritage in it.
All right, that's fair.
Uh, I'm really racking my head. I don't think there was any. They probably because you said it was Spanish for morning, right?
Yeah.
And by morning I mean like the act of mourning, like being like a loss, not like oh it's the morning.
Yeah.
Uh, but that actually ties into a lot of what the theme of that demo was. Uh, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Uh, but what I want to start off with, how was your Thanksgiving, buddy?
It was pretty good. Sadly, it was in the middle of a work week for everybody, so that's annoying. But what are you gonna do about it? But we had a nice time. We had some decent food. We got some good laughs.
So Thanksgiving was the same day, right? In Chile.
Oh, there's no Thanksgiving here.
Oh, there's no Thanksgiving. Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, because like I always have to ask that question because when I used to have a girlfriend who lived in Canada, and it was always like it. I think their Thanksgiving is like a month or two before America's Thanksgiving.
Oh
So
yeah, I
I
think I read
was
about that.
yeah, so like yeah, we're having Thanksgiving dinner, and I was like, it's August.
What are you thankful about this time of year?
I can tell you one thing: in August, I am thankful for nothing because it was so hot this year.
Damn, we're
Uh,
we're finally getting heat over here, so I'm happy about that.
when you say heat, like what is that in Fahrenheit?
Let me check. Actually, because I don't know. I kind of got used to seeing in Celsius.
Yeah, well, we're American and stupid over here, so
Yeah. Okay. So you said in Fahrenheit, right?
yeah.
58 degrees.
Jesus, that's what we have. Uh, right now it's 63 degrees Fahrenheit here. So if that's what you are considering heat, that oh well, it's actually morning over there still. So what's
Oh
like the
no,
high for?
it's 8 p.m.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. So we probably have around the same temperatures throughout the day right now.
65 the high.
Yeah, I want to say the high for today was around that. But the high yesterday was like 50 something,
Yeah,
and
it's just that,
it was
that we had a really rough winter, which I'm looking up, which like the lowest temperature was around 23 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, see, we don't really. I mean, we don't really get that up here.
I know.
Uh, but I would love. Like, I'm very much a cold lover, and Emily is. Well, she likes it when it's like 70 degrees, like in that range, but she doesn't like it when it's hot. And she doesn't like it when it's cold. And I was like, look, after the summer we had, I don't want to hear nothing when it comes to the cold because we had an extremely rough summer.
Oof.
Uh, but yeah, so over Thanksgiving, we had a let's see, it was about we dropped the kids off on Friday afternoon, and then we had like Friday afternoon, Saturday, and Sunday, most of Sunday to ourselves.
Yeah.
And Emily just got this hair. She thinks Ghost from Call of Duty is hot. So she decided that she really wanted to play Modern Warfare 2, which was the Call of Duty from last year. And as she's playing that campaign, I was like, man, I'm just really getting the urge to play like the original Modern Warfare trilogy. So that's what I've been doing actually. Uh, I played Call of Duty 4, which oddly enough, even though it was on all the consoles, the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare release to this day does not have controller support. So
Huh.
I had to go find a Steam like a layout that somebody else had made and download it from my Steam Deck. And even then, like uh, for Modern Warfare 2, it's the same way where it didn't have native controller support, which again blows my mind. Uh,
It does.
I it really is a experimental thing where you download a controller layout and it seems to be a good one, and then you'll get to a specific button prompt where you're like, I don't know what possessed them to put that there, and like you have to go in and change things. Like to pick up a gun, usually in shooters it's X, right?
All right.
Uh, they had it set to clicking the right stick, which makes no sense. So I had to like go in and change a bunch of stuff like that. I want to say to also if you held like to not like to use melee attack, it's usually clicking on the right stick, and on this controller layout it was to hold down the Y button, which
Yeah.
again no sense. And the mouse sensitivity was the other thing that was really hard to get down because
Oh, that's annoying.
but okay, all that aside, I finally got it. Like I'm about I played through all of Call of Duty 4. Still one of the best first person shooter campaigns ever made. Uh, and I've like going through Modern Warfare 2, there have been some things that I really like. There were obviously the campaign missions that I remember. Like I'm sure that everybody remembers the snow mission where you've got the heartbeat sensor that they showed in the E3 demo. That was always like a really iconic mission. But there was a lot of things that I like missions that I just completely forgot about until I was playing them. Infinity Ward was on a roll back then, and it's really sad that they're not on a roll anymore.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I've never played any of the Call of Duty's campaigns.
Okay, so listen. I know it's a meme now. I know that there are so many Call of Duty campaigns that it is sickening.
And I
And
just know how to press F to pay respect.
yeah, which one was that? Was that Black Ops 2?
I have no idea. I just remember the meme popping
Oh
up.
yeah, because it was really like I remember play. You know what? I think it was actually I think it was Advanced Warfare. But I remember playing that game and I was like, that's a weird choice.
It was a choice.
But here's the thing though. Call of Duty is absolutely the Michael Bay of campaigns. Like they're a lot of them are just stupid popcorn flicks in like the form of campaigns. But a lot of them are also really good. And the original okay, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, you could probably get it for like you know what? I'm actually pretty certain. There's a remastered version of it out for like $15 on Steam.
Yeah.
And it is a core game. It is one of the best first person shooter campaigns you will ever play. 2000, and when you think about it, 2007. I'm pretty sure that is the same year that Bioshock and Halo 3 came out too. So first person shooter fans were eaten that year.
Oh yeah.
Um, but as I was playing through the Call of Duty Force campaign, every single mission is like an iconic mission. Like every single one. Like I kept getting to the point where I was like, oh man, yeah, I remember this. This is a great mission. And I just didn't stop having those moments until I rolled the credits. And then you have the epilogue, which is even better. Uh, and then you get to Modern Warfare 2. And I remember that game again. Uh, like I said, there were a lot of moments in the campaign that I remembered, but then I got to a few missions where I didn't remember that had happened, and it's just it's doubly cool, which I'm sure that's not a word, but I'm using it. Uh, that the new Modern Warfare trilogy. Originally, I thought that it was just a continuation of that world because the original Modern Warfare, like, okay, this is where it gets tricky because what I mean is the Modern Warfare that came out in 2019. It ends on a note that makes you think it's a prequel to the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Keep up, kids at home. Uh,
Do I need to take? Do you take notes? Is there a test at the end?
dude, I feel like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in that GIF where he's got all the lines crossed there. Where it's like, hold on, it's gonna make sense. But it's actually okay. So the new Modern Warfare trilogy is actually just them basically reimagine, like basically they're reimagining the story and like just redoing things. So like there's like a whole like reimagined No Russian in the new Modern Warfare 3. There is a prison breakout mission where it's kind of similar to Modern Warfare 2's mission, but also not. And like some of the plot threads are still in there. Like Makarov is still like a big threat, and he's a big threat in the original trilogy, and he's a big threat in the new trilogy. Uh, just like all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm honestly, I've kind of lost where I was going overall with this because this is all like a big tangle of threads of Modern Warfare trilogies. And what what really baffles me is so after Emily beat the new Modern Warfare 2, which I absolutely recommend, that campaign is absolutely insane. Uh, she said that she wanted to buy Modern Warfare 3, like the new one.
Yeah.
And I did not want to because I had heard about all the bad reviews and stuff like that. And I was like, look, I just really don't want to spend $70 on this game. It's reviewing really poorly. And she said, well, what if they're wrong? And I was like, fair point, but a lot of people are saying it. And so what I don't know if like Zip or Klarna is a thing over there, but it's basically you can like make purchases and like separate it up into four payments, so it's not like as big of a hit to your bank account. So
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, we're gonna do it that way. And it was Black Friday, so I think it was on sale for $50. So we split that up into four payments.
Oh, that's fine.
And
Not too
yeah,
bad.
so Modern Warfare 3 is the case of it is absolutely rushed. They did not finish the story. Uh, Without spoiling anything, for them to finish this, they're going to have to make another Modern Warfare because they do not finish the story like they should have. Uh, that being said, I feel like Modern Warfare 3 is getting like there's a whole thing going on. We're talking. I told you briefly about the Xbox tax movement
Yeah.
that's going around Twitter. A lot of it is just garbage opinions. But in this case, I really do think Xbox tax is a real thing, and Modern Warfare 3 is getting very unjust reviews. I would say a lot of people are giving the campaign, any like fives and sixes and lower. And
Oof.
I would say this campaign at the very least is a seven. Uh It's like in the 7 or 8 range for me,
All
and
right.
I feel that if it, because the usual, like, I don't know, I know you said you never really played any of the campaigns, but how it usually works is that there are multiple studios that have multiple different Call of Duty like titles in their repertoire. Like the one studio handles like the Modern Warfare's, the other one there's another one that handles Black Ops, and I
Oh,
don't know if
yeah,
there's
yeah.
I don't know if they still have the third studio in the mix, but like that was always the wild card that we never knew what was coming from that studio. Like it could be anything really. And every time that Activision has, doubled up, it's always failed. Because Black Ops did this not that long ago, where Black Ops 3 came out and we were waiting to see what was going to be next, and they just jumped straight into Black Ops 4, and they did no campaign. It was just a multiplayer game that they still charged full price for, of course.
Oh,
Uh, and obviously that game failed. And I think that's what happened here. They could have found if this game would have had another year, I have no doubt that it would have been reviewed a lot better. But at the same time, this game, I mean, Modern Warfare 3 is not the best first person shooter campaign of all time. It's not, like, I would just say it is a aggressively good campaign, but it is definitely not like the abysmal dumpster fire that people say it is.
yeah, because
Uh,
that's like from all that I've seen, it's just like everybody's talking shit about it. I'm like, I don't play these games, so I have no idea like if they're right or not.
yeah, and like I have about halfway through the campaign, like I looked at him and was like, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I don't think this is bad at all.
Mm.
And and I mean, like I said, like a lot of the takes on the Xbox tax are garbage, but I think this is the right one. Like I think this is the right use of that hashtag. Like there are some people that still are taking it too far. That there is a conspiracy theory going around right now that Phil Spencer made Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 bad on purpose to see if the media would take the bait and say it was a bad game, or they would say it was a good game. And I was like, all right, now you're reaching.
Yeah, usually when it's that complex, it's. I'm guessing they were, because from what I heard, like this thing is basically at least like they were doing like they were looking at the achievements and stuff. Apparently, like the thing's like kind of like a DLC, like it was made like a DLC, like it has no platinum or shit like that.
See, I'm not sure about all that because I mean, with Call of Duty games, I only play the campaigns. I haven't really played. I haven't gotten deep into Call of Duty multiplayer since probably high school. Like in the height of Call of Duty when it was Call of Duty full, like the Modern Warfare trilogy and Black Ops 1. Like I played a lot of that multiplayer, but I think the only time I ever touched multiplayer after that was like I play Call of Duty Mobile sometimes because Call of Duty Mobile, I have the Backbone controller, which basically it's a controller that you can plug in. Like it fits around my phone, so it turns my phone into like a little gaming handheld.
Yeah.
And a lot of other players are not playing with a controller, and I absolutely demolish them. Dude, it is like I am a full grown man running around a playground just beating toddlers. That's how uneven it is.
Well, have you tried just kicking them and just making it a little bit more fair that way?
No, because there was literally one time that I got into a game and I got all of the kills. None of none of the other teammates contributed anything. It was all me.
Damn.
And and what's even better is uh there's like a camera that shows like I don't know if you ever watched Overwatch, but it's a lot like that where it shows like the play of the game,
All right.
and I look like a pro because like I'm just going around kill streak kill.
Nuke.
It makes me feel really good about myself.
I'm bad.
And 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 the thing is, like, I was wondering if it was just me. So like the other day, a guy in my class was playing it on his phone. I was like, is it me? Or is it just really easy to play that game? And it's like, no, it's really easy to play this game. But yeah, that being said, like I've never like I know Warzone was like a big thing, but I never tried it really. Like there was the blackout mode in Black Ops 4, which was basically like the first foray into Call of Duty Battle Royale, and I tried that. I thought it was fine. Uh, in Zombies, when I saw that it was kind of just like the same, like it's basically you drop into a map and you have to like scavenge for stuff first, and then it puts you in. And I was like, well, that's not really zombies, so I don't want it. That feels like
Yeah.
a mod and not a good one. So I mean, I can see people reviewing this game very negatively because it is if they are looking for the multiplayer and it's not there. Like I could see them negatively reviewing it there, but I just I don't think this game's getting a fair shake. I think that people are, and it could also be just fatigue. I think the Marvel universe is definitely suffering from fatigue right now because it's got something new. It feels like every other month there's a new Marvel property coming out.
Yeah.
And the Marvels, even though that movie, you know, the Marvels is absolutely tanking right now at the box office. It's not doing well at all. Uh, and then, I mean, Loki season 2, that was a series that got really bad reviews, and MCU has put out in years. And I think Call of Duty is kind of going through the same thing where people are just kind of like, maybe don't do these every year. And Assassin's Creed did that. They were doing like these annualized releases for a while, and then they shifted to the open world RPG aspect of it, and they did Assassin's Creed Origins, which was excellent, and then they had Odyssey, again excellent. Valhalla came out, and I I didn't play that one as much, but I still thought that was like a really great game. And I think that's what Call of Duty needs to do. I think they need to like take a year off, maybe two, but they won't. Uh, and really just revitalize what they want to do with Call of Duty. And I think that the first thing they need to do is they need to wrap up this Modern Warfare storyline because uh, I think they need to wrap that up and then start fresh with something else.
That's fair.
Uh,
I feel a lot of
but
game developers should do that.
yeah, I mean, uh, another one is Gears of War. Did you play the Gears of War games?
I play only up to 3. I've been wanting to play the rest, but I kind of wanted to restart from the beginning, and there's like no easy way to do that nowadays without like an Xbox.
Okay, so let me. When you say you played up to 3, does that mean you played 3 or you played 1 and 2?
I played 1, 2, and 3, and I beat them all.
Okay, good. So the new trilogy. Well, the newer Gears of War games they're good. I'll say that they are good. They are very good games. The team that's behind Gears of War is doing what I feel like people want 343 to do with Halo. Like they are continuing the story in a way that feels respectful to the original trilogy. Like you have a lot of legacy characters.
Oh,
Uh, that being said, Gears 5 came out in 2019, and we have heard nothing about Gear 6 since then. The only thing Gears of War related we've gotten is Gears Tactics. And don't get me wrong, Gears Tactics was a phenomenal game. Uh, but the way the campaign shook out in Gears 5, like we have been sitting on a cliffhanger for 4 years now. And we don't even have even a teaser. We don't even have that. we don't even have like a leak from somebody saying, "Hey, we're working on Gear 6 right now." Which, I mean, you got to assume that they are, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, speaking of leaks, before we're going to talk about that demo. Was it Luto? Was it Luto?
That's the one you told me. Luto.
Okay, yeah. You see, I was over here. I was like, like I was about to say loot, and I was like, that's not right. Uh, but before we get into that, I saw an article. It was I can't remember what gaming website said it. Uh, but this is again, this is not like a confirmed thing. Take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, a playtester broke NDA and talked about a segment of a Code Veronica remake that he played.
Oh
So I
damn.
mean, yeah. So that's a thing that could be happening if this guy isn't lying. I think Capcom would be silly not to remake Code Veronica at this point.
Yeah.
Uh,
Question is, how good's the game?
I think that if they do it, this like if they do it with enough reverence that they gave Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 4 remake, I think it will be great. I just hope that they don't half-ass it like they kind of did with the Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna be fair. RE3 remake is a fun game. It's a good game,
Yeah,
but it's not a
absolutely.
great game.
I played through that game not that long ago. It is a great game, but when I think of the okay, so I kind of did it backwards because I played Resident Evil 3 remake and then I went back and played Resident Evil 2 remake,
Yeah.
and they play like two complete like and Resident Evil 3 remake, you're running it's like you're playing Call of Duty Mobile. You're running around doing cool stuff, you're doing trick shots, you got all these weapons, you rarely run out of ammo. And Resident Evil 2 remake, it is such a different experience. The zombies are terrifying. You don't want to get near them. The clickers are very I don't like them.
Liquors.
Oh, yep, I did it again. Damn it. Damn it. I did it again.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Uh,
you did.
but yeah, I mean, just a completely different game. And I really think that if I, I just think that if they take the way the zombies feel in RE2 remake and port that into Code Veronica remake, I think that we're gonna be really good off there. Uh, but like I said, I'm almost in Texas. So we've got to talk about this demo. My hands on. So basically, I got an email saying that there is a demo coming out on the 30th. Which, I mean, by the time people hear this episode, that will have come and gone. So you can go play this demo for yourself.
Yeah.
Um, it's called Luto, and they were basically like, "Hey, if you want, you can play the demo early." And I downloaded it, and I thought that I was going to play it through remote play on my Steam Deck. But when I told Emily what I was doing, she was like, "Why don't you just play on the TV? We can do it together." And I was like, "Awesome, let's do that." This game, it's beautiful. It's got really good graphics. Basically, you are in a house and you are trying to get out of it, and it has been a very long time since I played a game that made me feel like this. The atmosphere is perfect. It is peak horror. The whole time I had like a little tension in my chest because I didn't know what was going to happen, and when things did happen, it was terrifying. Uh, and oddly enough, I feel like I don't know. Like it felt like a complete horror experience when the demo ended. Uh, it felt like such a complete horror experience that right before the ending, I legitimately thought, did they send me the wrong code? Am I playing the full game right now? Uh, the Luto for Spanish, like we said earlier, it's Spanish for morning, and from what I've played so far, that theme definitely seems to tie in. There is plenty of really creepy stuff in this game. The only thing I wish the character was a little bit faster. That could just be because I've been playing Call of Duty, and I'm used to like zipping around the map and shooting things. But
Yeah.
I feel like the character was very slow. But the lighting in this game was excellent. The atmosphere excellent, and overall, I feel like this game has rocketed up to the list of like games I want to play like right now. And again, like just speaking about years where like fans of the genre are eating. I mean, we've had Dead Space remake at the beginning of this year. We've had Resident Evil 4 remake. There's Alan Wake 2 now, uh, and now we've got this. We've got this game. We had what were some other horror games that came out this year? Amnesia: The Bunker. We had Welcome to Kowloon. There are just
Yeah.
so many horror games coming out this year, and
Good
it's
horror
just a
games,
yes, good horror games. That's the most important part. We have bad horror games come out every day.
basically. Sadly.
Uh, but yeah, man. Uh, I definitely recommend this game to anybody. I think double check me. Can you see if there's a demo out on Steam?
Will do.
Because I know Luto is on Steam. I just don't know if there's a demo.
Yeah.
Is it, the demo's live now?
I can download it, so yes.
Okay, so what probably is going on here is probably the demo is just releasing on PlayStation, which is again that's what I played the demo on. I played it on my PS5. Uh, but yeah, you should definitely go try this out. If you're on PlayStation, by the time you're hearing this episode, it is out. And yeah, that's all we have for this week's episode. The next episode we have is really going to be like an amalgamation of things because we've got
Yeah.
a lot of reviews. We've got a lot of reviews to go over. I've got some gaming things, some gaming pieces of tech that I really want to talk about. Uh, and you know what? You know what? We've got a little bit of time. I want to talk about this real quick.
Talk about it.
Uh,
Talk about it. This is a safe space.
Yeah, I've got the stick. I could talk right now. Uh, so I was on the TikTok store a couple weeks ago, and I saw this thing called the Miu Mini Plus, and basically it is a small little Game Boy looking thing, and you can order it in like a variation of different colors. And I chose to go with the classic Game Boy color scheme because I don't know, man. I think it's just like the physicality of it. But I've been seeing people like selling like old Game Boys and Game Boy Colors, and uh, I've been seeing like the analog pocket being advertised a lot lately. And I've just been wanting one. So when I saw they get this little device for it was like $29, which is a massive sale. Usually these things are over $100. Uh, I was like, you know what? Screw it, and I ordered it. This thing is so awesome. The one thing that I wish it had, I don't think it has Bluetooth, which is a bummer because I don't really have any non-Bluetooth headphones anymore. But it it came loaded with that it did not have that I was surprised about. It did not have Pokemon Red or Blue on it, which is insane to me. You've got like these you have some of the most obscure games I've ever heard of, but you don't have the most iconic. It was a little wild to me. Um, but it's got like the Game Boy games on it, Game Boy Color. It's got Game Boy Advance and PS1 stuff on there. Uh, allegedly speaking, uh, it's got an IPS screen. The buttons are responsive. It doesn't work off of batteries. It's got a charging cable and a battery pack. But what I really do appreciate is it does have a battery. Like it's got the removable battery cover, so like you could take it off and see where batteries should go in a Game Boy. But it's just like a battery
Oh,
pack in there.
that's awesome.
It's really awesome. And allegedly, if you wanted to put more games on the micro SD card that it comes with, it again, just an insane package this was. It came with the charging cable, but it also came with a micro SD USB reader. so you can plug in the micro SD card and then plug it into your computer, which is something that companies don't usually package with something like this. And if the deal is still live, I encourage everyone download TikTok, sell your soul to China, so you can order this thing because it is an incredible little device. I've been playing Kid Dracula on it, and by the way, just talking on that real quick, Kid Dracula. I'm gonna get hate for this. I've okay. I've played Castlevania 1 through 4 and Castlevania Adventures. Kid Dracula is the third best Castlevania game so far. Kid Dracula is incredible, and I'm tired of acting like it's not. I
I'm not gonna
had
say it's a
to.
bad game, but
I
if you talk,
legitimately.
I'll go over it. Go ahead.
I legit like. I legitimately considered putting it above Castlevania 3.
I mean, that's fair. Though I'm gonna say, like, when you talk Castlevania, I always go to the Metroidvanias from past Symphony of the Night and forward, not the older games.
Well, see, I'm slowly playing through all of them because I mean, I allegedly had them available to me before through the Steam Deck, but allegedly they play a lot better on this little Game Boy device because the screen it's an IPS screen, which I had to look up what exactly that meant. But like as I was playing, I was like, man, this screen looks incredible. And like the IPS screen is pretty much it's like right up there with OLED. Like that's those are like the two screens that you really want. And I think I'm just gonna play all the Castlevanias that are available to me on this little device, allegedly. And like as I was playing Kid Dracula, I really think makes this what makes me love Kid Dracula so much is that all of the Castlevanias besides 4, which was the SNES one,
Yeah.
this game controls so much better than them. So it is a decent experience to play. Like I could see myself like after when I roll the credits on this thing, I could see myself playing it again. Like, just being like waiting in a restaurant or something and just like busting this thing out and playing it again because it's a short game and there's you can fight Jason. That was a nice touch.
Did you beat him?
Yes, I did actually.
Oh, nice.
I actually just beat him. That's the part I'm on right now. I'm not gonna say that I'm not save state scumming because I am doing that, but I definitely loved like when I saw him come out, I was like, oh my god, they put Jason in this game.
Yeah. I played through that game so quickly.
Well, yeah, you played through all of them so quickly.
Hey, don't be mad.
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm impressed, if anything. Uh,
Oh god, I remember that now.
but yeah, so I think that's a good place to end it off on. Uh, so yeah, thanks for joining me again, Leo,
Oh,
and we will
it's
see you
always fun.
guys next time.
See you next time, buddy.